Today, I'm talking about the reasons to stay in the UK. In my last video, I talked about the dilemma of staying or leaving. But today, we are taking a positive perspective, a perspective of gratitude, and we are looking at the good things of staying in the UK. Welcome to my channel, and remember to hit the subscribe button. So there's a time I was talking to my friend and I was basically having a whinge, complaining about everything. Well, complaining about most of the things like most of us do, about life here, how this is not, and this is, and this is. And she paused and asked me, Karen, what do you like about living in the UK? And it got me thinking and humbled. So today, I am looking at the good things about living abroad and specifically living in the UK. The number one thing I love is safety and security. Don't get me wrong before you throw stones. Kenya is a relatively safe country. Most of our nations are safe. It's not how they are portrayed. However, there's a level of safety and security that you experience here that we don't get back at home. Let me give you an example. Sometime last year, I went into the supermarket. I had my wallet in my hand, went in, did my shopping, got to the counter. By the time I'm getting to the counter, I don't have money, I don't have my wallet. So I'm confused. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I brought my wallet to buy stuff. I go back to the aisles, I didn't see it. So I said, okay, maybe I left it in the car. I check, it's not there. So I left my stuff in the supermarket, came home, checked, looked everywhere for my wallet. I didn't find it. So now it had everything, my cards, my ID. So now getting ready for the procedure to replace them. So the following day, my husband tells me, before you start all that, just go back to that supermarket and ask them if they saw a wallet last evening. So I did that. I went back to Lidl and I asked the attendant, I said, I came here yesterday around this time and I lost my wallet, explained everything, blah, 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 blah. She asked me, exactly what is it? I told her. What color? I told her. She went back into their back room, got my wallet, brought it to me. At this point, by the way, I was ready. I was happy to just have my wallet with my ID and my cards and my bank cards and lose the cash in it. I open it and the £30 that was inside is still intact. Everything was intact. Guys, I cannot replay that story back in Nairobi or back at home. It's a completely different story. I'm not saying all cities or all towns in UK are like this. We live in relatively one of the safest counties, but just imagine that someone kept the wallet for you knowing someone had lost it and will come back. So level of safety and security, very high. Another thing, we don't have grills, we don't have gates, we don't have these huge gates and huge fences that we have back home. You know, the whole concept of a gated community is for safety and security. Then you have all this elaborate security system, big gates. We don't get that here. You just have your house with your garden, small hedge, small fence. I mean, not just for boundaries, not security purposes. You can have your glass doors. I mean, you don't have to worry so much what will happen to your car at night. It's just such a good feeling. If you live in Britain, you know we take so many walks. People walk a lot and you just walk freely. I have gone for runs. I have walked and gone for runs in the woods alone, even late in the evening, and I have no care in the world. I don't fear that someone, because most of the time this security is not even, it's someone will attack me or they'll be attacked. It's just such a freeing feeling. The second one is people are not idle. There are no idlers. And this speaks to the level of unemployment, which is much lower compared to back home. Yes, it's increasing, but the level is much lower. So you don't just get people sitting around, idling around along the roads. You don't get people on motorways. Accidents happen and then crowds gather. You know how back home it's so easy for a crowd to gather over a small thing. Here people are busy with their lives. People are going on with their lives. People are busy, and that speaks also to the level of safety and security because people have something to do. People are productive. The main reason for insecurity is people don't have a means of living, and so they turn to crime. Another thing I love is order. Law and order. Well, order. Let's talk about, for example, traffic. People are not overlapping. People are following traffic rules. Since I came here, I have never been flagged by a policeman. I have never seen a policeman on the road. I have never been stopped the way you have so many roadblocks. And yet, people follow traffic rules. People do what they're supposed to do. People follow traffic lights. There are no council askaris to harass you. There are no people just deployed to harass you, but there's order. And don't get it wrong that there's no law or there's no enforcement. The arm of the law is very long, I assure you. You commit your traffic offense, you go ahead and overlap, go ahead and do all those offenses, you will just get a ticket in your mail. Or you will park in the wrong place, you'll find a ticket in your car, or you'll get a ticket in your mail. And the fines are hefty. The fines are hefty and deterrent. And so there's no one to ask you for a bribe along the road, but the arm of the law is very long. So I love the order. I know there's this joke about Britain and queues, but it just creates a sense of order. You're in the supermarket, people are queuing. You'll just see one person standing at a place there, you think they don't know what they're doing. They're in a queue. People are queuing. There's law and order. That is very refreshing. If you're finding this video useful, if you're finding this video educative up to now, please remember to subscribe. Please hit the subscribe button and let me know in the comments what else you'd like me to talk about life in the UK. Another thing I like is maintenance. Maintenance of infrastructure. I'm talking about roads, I'm talking about schools, I'm talking about community halls, I'm just talking about infrastructure in general. Playgrounds are well maintained, roads are well maintained. There's a section of the road, I always used to see it barricaded, sections of it, and then people working on it. And I always used to ask, because I can't see a pothole, I can't see an issue. Why are these people always here moving from place to place? Until I realized they're actually opening the drainages. And they are opening, just as we get to autumn, they open all the drainages on the road so that when it rains, we don't flood the roads. Think about the expressway and the flooding that happened the other day. So maintenance is a thing, and it's scheduled, and it's such a good thing to see. Playgrounds are maintained, parks are maintained. There's so many recreational places. That's another thing I love, that you can go and don't have to pay anything. You can go to the park, you can go to the beach, you can go, it's safe, it's clean. And it just goes to show that the taxes you pay actually go into maintenance and go into doing the work. We cannot talk about what our taxes do back home and the level of corruption and even the things we pay to our councils and to our counties. Well, I also love that systems work. Systems work. I don't necessarily need to know anyone in government or in a government office for my things to move through. Most of these things are online, whether it's HMRC, which is the tax body, whether it's immigration, home office, everything, almost everything is online. Whether it's getting a driving license, I apply online. The process will go through, I will get it in my mail, I will book my test, I will go and do it, I will pass it or I will fail it, and I can repeat it. The systems work. It's very straightforward. I don't need to call people, I don't need to know someone, I don't need to have someone in a high office. That's just really refreshing about this place. Also, emergency numbers work. You call 999, you get redirected to the ambulance, to the police, to fire. I mean, they work. So it's not like back home where you need to have a network of people for your things to move through. I just love that the systems work for them. I remember when we were moving, just before we moved, I needed a certified marriage certificate. The hell I went through in Sharia House to get that. Unbelievable. But here, whatever you need, as long as you have the right, you meet the requirements, you get it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for staying to the end of this video. Remember, let me know in the comments what else you would like me to talk about. Let me know what you enjoy about living in the UK, about living abroad. And remember to subscribe.